Before Mumbai became a global megacity, it was 7 forgotten islands.
In the 18th century, a city on India's western coast would rise to global importance.
Located along vital sea routes, Bombay stood at the crossroads of Europe, Africa, and Asia. Its harbor allowed ships to anchor safely, making Bombay ideal for global trade and naval power. Through planning, control, and infrastructure, the British began reshaping Bombay for imperial purposes. What began as scattered islands would soon become the heart of British power in Western India.
Before British control, Bombay existed as 7 low-lying islands separated by creeks and tidal waters. The islands were home primarily to Koli fishing communities, whose lives revolved around the sea. Small farming villages and trading posts existed, but the region remained largely rural.
Even before urban development, Bombay's deep natural harbor made it strategically valuable.
These islands remained quiet until global empires turned their gaze toward them.
In 1661, Bombay changed hands not through war, but through royal marriage. As part of Catherine of Braganza's dowry, the islands of Bombay were handed to the British Crown. Soon after, the Crown leased Bombay to the British East India Company.
Early British settlers faced disease, flooding, and deadly monsoon conditions. Despite hardship, the company remained, determined to turn Bombay into a stronghold of empire.
By the late 18th century, Bombay Harbour began to change dramatically. Permanent stone docks replaced fragile wooden piers, allowing larger ships to anchor safely. Bombay became a critical link between India and global trade networks.
From these docks, cotton, opium, and raw materials flowed outward to serve imperial markets. By the end of the 18th century, Bombay stood at the heart of Britain's Western Indian trade. At the heart of British Bombay stood Fort George, the center of military and administrative control.
Its cannons guarded the harbor, protecting trade routes and imperial interests. From within its walls, officials regulated trade, taxation, and colonial law. European neighborhoods developed near the fort, separated from Indian communities.
Fort George became the enduring symbol of British power in Bombay. For centuries, tidal waters flooded the land between Bombay's islands.
Engineers proposed an ambitious solution: land reclamation. Thousands of laborers worked to fill marshland with earth and stone. Over decades, the 7 islands merged into a single city. Land reclamation reshaped Bombay's geography forever.
In the 1860s, the American Civil War disrupted global cotton supplies.
With American cotton unavailable, global markets turned to India. Bombay became the main export center for Indian cotton.
Merchants grew wealthy as profits surged through Bombay.
The cotton boom transformed Bombay into one of the richest cities in colonial India.
By the late 19th century, textile mills dominated Bombay's skyline.
Thousands of workers migrated from across India, seeking industrial employment. Long hours, dangerous machinery, and low wages defined daily life inside the mills.
Most workers lived in overcrowded chawls with poor sanitation and ventilation. While industry brought wealth, it also deepened inequality across the city. Railways transformed Bombay's connection with the rest of India.
Rail lines allowed raw materials to flow rapidly from India's interior to the port.
The completion of Victoria Terminus symbolized imperial ambition and architectural power. Railways also enabled rapid troop movement, strengthening colonial control. Through steel and steam, Bombay became the empire's central artery in Western India.
By the early 20th century, political awareness spread rapidly through Bombay. Industrial workers organized strikes demanding dignity, right, and fair treatment. Bombay became a powerful center of India's independence movement.
Imperial development brought infrastructure, but also deep inequality and suffering.
Bombay's story under British rule is not one of simple progress, but of a city shaped by empire and lived in by millions.